Yes,
ॐ
Guru.
ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं सावधूतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं राधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमामि विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमो मावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता श्री राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी शिवानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरोभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामो राम रामो हरे। Hare Krishna. So I thought to change this pattern of classes. So now as we have planned, Monday to Wednesday, the classes on Bhagavad Gita, and then Saturday, something from the life of Srila Prabhupada, and Sunday, some Bhagavatam circle. So it becomes like combination. So Bhagavad Gita is a little technical. So that is also good. We'll try to understand. But many devotees suggested me, and I also felt the need. It is also simultaneously important to sometime have little longer discussion based on Srimad Bhagavatam. That is how I thought to plan this Sunday Bhagavatam circle. And third is very important for all of us in ISKCON to know about the life of Srila Prabhupada. Like that. Because when we know about the life of Srila Prabhupada and as this movement was started and how it is growing, that will give us a lot of inspiration to dedicate. Because at the end of the day, we want to offer and we want to dedicate our life for serving Srila Prabhupada. So many books have been written on the life of Srila Prabhupada by many of his disciples, and still books are coming on the life of Srila Prabhupada. So it is very, very important when we hear about the life of someone who actually lived such an amazing life, who is the person who has been chosen by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a Senapati Bhakta, who spread Krishna consciousness all around the world. So know about his life. We have heard some of his lecture, but to know how many of you have read Leelamrit full, Prabhupada Leelamrit, expanded volume. No one has read. So that is the first book. We should try to read. Satsvarup Das Goswami Maharaj is written. How many of you have read here? Prabhupada Leelamrit? Fifth volume is going on. You have read? Not read. How much? Nishant bro. So, anyways, it's very vital to read about, because when we read about the life of someone, it's very inspiring. Anything, every value becomes beautiful when it is connected to a person. Like, we should speak truth, it's a value. But when you read the life history of Harishchandra, then you will become more inspired when he lived by the truth. Like that. Similarly, we hear that preaching is the essence. But when we read the life of Srila Prabhupada, we can see, we will be more inspired how Srila Prabhupada preached this message of Krishna consciousness. And it will help us and it will inspire us to come out of our comfort zone and try to do something like that. So very inspiring whenever we read about the life of the great souls. And for all of us in ISKCON, especially very important to know about the life of Srila Prabhupada. When we know about the life of Srila Prabhupada and read, we will be able to more connect with the books, with the message which he is giving. When you know the person who is giving the message, then you will be able to value the message much more. So how many of you know Dadaji of your Dadaji? You know the Dadaji of your Dadaji? How many of you know? आपके दादाजी के दादाजी कौन थे? पता है किसी को? नहीं पता है. देखिए, 4 जनरेशन पीछे भी नहीं पता है हमको. And this movement is going to go for 10,000 years. 10,000 years, this is golden period going on. So it is important that people should not forget Srila Prabhupada. That is why the GBC, and there's a lot of emphasis for knowing Srila Prabhupada. Because if we do not know Srila Prabhupada, then down the line we will not be able to tell others also about Srila Prabhupada. That way. So that is why it is a very, very important need. So at the age of 70, Bhakti Arshya Vaishnav Swami Maharaj in NYPC, he was telling, 70 साल की उम्र में व्यक्ति अगर खुद बाथरूम चला जाता है तो लोग अप्रिशिएट करते हैं. खुद बाथरूम जाके आ जाता है, उसको ग्लोरीफाई करते हैं लोग कि खुद अपने आप से बाथरूम जाके आ जाता है. उस उम्र में एट द एज ऑफ 70, Prabhupada started the mission. Just imagine what is the life of Srila Prabhupada. At that age, Prabhupada started the mission. He left Vrindavan. He went to the West. He has no money practically. For ticket, he was begging to Sumati Murarji. And he went on a ship. What ship? Cargo ship. So he went as a luggage in a ship. There was a seat for passenger and also there is luggage which is booked. So as a luggage, Srila Prabhupada went from here to America, not on the passenger seat. And we find that 40 days it took and 2 heart attacks Srila Prabhupada had to go through. That was a beginning. That's how Prabhupada started the movement. Like that. That's how Prabhupada started the movement. So Prabhupada is the founder Acharya of ISKCON. And we should know how much sacrifice and pains Srila Prabhupada took to start this movement. Like that. So Prabhupada started this movement with such pain. It's practically an incredible thing. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has written, Prithvi te ache nagaradigram sarvatra prachar hoiva marana. He, in every town and village all around the planet, my holy name will be chanted. But so many years have passed, 100 years passed, 200 years passed. It was not happening like that. And even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself came, he preached mostly in the Bengal, South India tour he did once, like that. So the time was passing, but and people started doubting this statement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ने बोला है पृथ्वी थे आज नगर अधिग्राम, पृथ्वी थोड़ा ज्यादा बोल दे, शायद इंडिया को भी पृथ्वी बोल दिया उन्होंने. इंडिया में हो जाए वही बहुत बड़ा है, इंडिया ही कवर नहीं हुआ है अभी. Like that. But whatever Krishna plans, it has to happen. that way. And so eventually, Srila Prabhupada was the person. At the age of 70, he was chosen by Krishna. There are so many references even in the scriptures, how Bhakti Devi will go to the west. And Senapati Bhakt of Lord will come, he will take Bhakti Devi to the west. And that is Srila Prabhupada. At the age of 70, Srila Prabhupada went and established 108 temples all around the globe. And he preached that message. He made the statement true of that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like that. So Prabhupada's life is very, very inspiring and very amazing. In ISKCON, whatever we are doing, it's very much centered on Srila Prabhupada. The morning we begin Guru Ashtakam, in which we are worshipping the spiritual master. And Srila Prabhupada is a preeminent Shiksha Guru for everybody in ISKCON. Then 7:30 we have Guru Puja. In that we worship whom? Srila Prabhupada. Then 8 o'clock we have Srimad Bhagavatam class, where we are reading from Prabhupada books. And after that, one is supposed to preach based on Prabhupada books. Or you go out and distribute Prabhupada books. Everything is connected to Srila Prabhupada. So that is how, when we read the life of Srila Prabhupada, it is very inspiring. When we read the life of Srila Prabhupada, and along with that, when we read Prabhupada books, then our heart will be very much connected. Because when you know the person, then you value the message. Like so many people on the street say so many things, you don't mind it. But in home, your parents say something, you very much mind it. Like that. Like so many people may say something which may not affect you, but if your close friend says something, it will affect you. So that is what it is. So Bhurijan Prabhu was telling that Sridhar Swami Maharaj, who has left the body now. So 10 times he has read Prabhupada Lilamrit back to back. And every time his experiences when he reads Srila Prabhupada Lilamrit, he is into tears, remembering the sacrifice what Srila Prabhupada has done, like that. So in 1965, Prabhupada registered this organization, ISKCON, an International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Prabhupada wanted to open a society for spreading Krishna consciousness. And it is an international society. And you know how ISKCON was registered. Only 5 people was there. And apart from Prabhupada, other four, they were not knowing anything, what's going on. Like that. And they have no idea. Other 3 have no idea. Prabhupada started the movement in the small storefront. And other 4 thought that this is it, where we are going to live. And when Prabhupada registered it International Society, so they were confused. They were looking at each other. And they were the signatories in the registered document. But Prabhupada has a vision that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has told, and it will happen. But it was not easy. It was very difficult for Srila Prabhupada also. After reaching there, no money, no contacts, like that, old age, an unknown place, and he's going to start it. And time and again, he would go to the dockyard from where the ship would go back to India, like that. But again, remembering the instruction of a spiritual master, he would think, let me try. I should not go back. And he would pray to Krishna, why you have brought me here? You must have something. You must have some plan. That is why you must have brought me here. Otherwise, it's a horrible place that way. So, I'll try to discuss something in this Saturday lecture as per Krishna allows, something from the life of Srila Prabhupada, so that we are able to connect something. So there are many books on Prabhupada. First, I would like to tell you, any of you wish to start anything while journey or any other thing, it is very good. So one is Prabhupada Lilamrit, 7-8 volumes, Prabhupada Lilamrit, written by Satsvarup Das Goswami Maharaj. Then Bhurijan Prabhu has written a book, My Glorious Spiritual Master. Vishaka Mataji has written 5 years, 11 months with Srila Prabhupada. And Shyam Sundar Prabhu has written Chasing the Rhinos with the Swami. Right? And Harishwari Prabhu has also written the diary, I think, Transcendental Diary. Tamal Krishna Maharaj has written the book Servant of Servant. And Tamal Krishna Maharaj, one more book is there, TKG Diary. So last 1 month of Srila Prabhupada's life when he was in Vrindavan, that is there. Mahanidhi Maharaj has written a book on Srila Prabhupada. Bali Mardana, he has written Prabhupada in Germany. These are some books comes to my mind, and many more. This I am telling is a very half list only, probably. Like that. Many more books written on the life of Srila Prabhupada. So you can start with anyone if you have not read. If you have not read, and this Mukunda Goswami Maharaj has written Miracle on 2nd Avenue. Like that. Prabhupada Leela is a good book to start. Very amazing book. So I'll describe some of the pastimes. Satsvarup Das Goswami Maharaj mentioned in one of his book, Living with a Perfect Master. Like that. So that is also written by Satsvarup Das Maharaj. So it was very amazing how Srila Prabhupada started the movement. And it was also very amazing how people came and how they got connected to Srila Prabhupada. Like Mukund Maharaj writes in the Miracle on 2nd Avenue, his name was Michael. That way. So his name was Michael, and though his parents have already left him, and he was living a life, and he was searching for something high. So he was wanting to get high. This was a concept in America, like that, in those days. So people wanting to experience some high means higher happiness. That was their understanding. Some higher happiness we need to experience in life. But he was not knowing how to get it. He was traveling here, there. So, and so he was experimenting with many things on those days, drugs, LSD, sex, all that. And he was also trying to follow some health. People in West are very conscious of health. Because if you go to West, if you become sick, one time you become sick. Now also, like you go to America, once you become sick, you go to doctor. The moment you go to doctor, 1 lakh. 1.5 lakh will go. Immediately. That is the way. So everybody has medical insurance there. You can't stay without medical insurance. Very costly. So he was living, he was also following macrobiotic diet that way. Or he has also visited Swami that time. Prabhupada has once seen like that. So what happened? Once he came and he slightly saw from the door 5-6 people are sitting against the wall, and he saw Swami's room, that some photos are there, and one tambura is there, which he has donated. And then as he was looking through the door, and Prabhupada saw him, and Prabhupada called him, Michael, please come. So he came inside. He felt, okay, Swamiji has recognized me. I am a special guest. So all other were taking prasadam. So he also sat. And Prabhupada told, eat. So Prabhupada gave. Prabhupada in those times, Prabhupada would personally cook. And Prabhupada would not only cook, he would personally serve also. So Prabhupada was serving and he was eating. So that was his first interaction. And he thought this prasadam is better than my microbiotic diet, which I am taking. Because the hot rice was there and chapati with butter, ghee, dal, everything was, and personally cooked by Srila Prabhupada, all the more special. Like that, personally cooked by a pure devotee, offered to Krishna and served by a pure devotee. Like that. So he was relishing prasadam in that way. So Michael mentioned at that time, and Prabhupada was telling, take more, take more. So he was telling there was a person, his name was Grant, sitting next to Michael. So he counted, he ate 23 chapatis. Huh? That was Western disciples of Srila Prabhupada. They were like that. So somebody who would take 20 gulab jamuns. हम लोग केवल सोच ही सकते हैं. तो हम सोच सकते हैं अगर ऐसा एक गेस्ट आ जाए उसको सर्व करने में हालत हो जाएगा व्यक्ति का. So he took 23 chapatis like that. And that way he was just mentioning. Uske baad, what happened? Michael changed the place. Because that time they were not living with family. They were also like bachelor. तो माइकल वो प्लेस से दूसरी प्लेस में चला गया. फिर उसने वो जॉब ढूंढने के लिए और वो फिलॉसफीज को भी सर्च कर रहा था. तो थोड़े टाइम जैन की फिलॉसफी, थोड़े टाइम बुद्धिस्ट की फिलॉसफी, ऐसा सारा फिलॉसफी भी सर्च कर रहा था. बहुत सिंसियर नहीं था ये. लेकिन क्या हुआ, इसका एक फ्रेंड था, माइकल का फ्रेंड था, उसका नाम था डिक. तो वो जो फ्रेंड था वो फ्रेंड को इसने सोचा यही मेरा आइडियल है, क्योंकि जो फ्रेंड था वो सारे चीजों को रिजेक्ट करता था. सो हिज फ्रेंड वाज नॉट गुड इन कैरेक्टर. ही वाज काइंड ऑफ मेल प्रोस्टिट्यूट. So in India, like there are female prostitute, there's a male prostitute. West was more advanced. Now it's coming. So and he was taking drugs. तो उसका वो जो फ्रेंड था वो कभी कभी कंपनी में भी ड्रंक होके आता था, ऐसा था. एंड ही हैड अफेयर्स विद ऑल द सम सीनियर स्टाफ वर्किंग इन कंपनी, डबल ऑफ हिज एज, दैट काइंड ऑफ फ्रेंड. But that was a kind of ideal for Michael. He would think he is my role model. He is hero. Because this person has rejected all the norms of society and that is the only way to live life with freedom. That way. पर क्या हुआ, एक दिन वो व्यक्ति जा रहा, this Dick was going, he met with an accident. कार में जा रहा था, पूरी फैमिली के साथ एक्सीडेंट हो गया उसका. तो उसकी फैमिली बच गई लेकिन इसका डेथ हो गया. His Dick का डेथ हो गया. तो इससे बहुत बड़ा शॉक लग गया उसको, माइकल को. अरे इतना अच्छा व्यक्ति था ये, मेरा रोल मॉडल था और इतना एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी टैलेंटेड व्यक्ति था. हाँ, ड्रग्स लेता था, सब कुछ, इसका कैसे डेथ हो गया. तो उसके फाइनल राइट्स में गया जाने. सो ही राइट्स मुकुंद महाराज, नाउ ही इज महाराज. हाँ, दैट टाइम माइकल. तो ही राइट्स, फर्स्ट टाइम आई वेंट टू सी द फाइनल राइट्स. फाइनल राइट्स क्या होते हैं? हाँ, तो फाइनल राइट्स, फ्यूनरल राइट्स में उसका बॉडी रखा था. उसकी एक्स गर्लफ्रेंड वो भी आई थी फाइनल राइट्स में. ये तो तब वो थोड़ा सोचने लगे. दैट इज द टाइम ही स्टार्टेड सर्चिंग मोर सीरियसली अबाउट फिलॉसफी. क्या है जीवन का उद्देश्य, क्या है. तो फिर सबसे पहले एक जैन टीचर के पास गए. जब जैन टीचर के पास गए, उसने आया, कुछ कुछ मंत्र बताया अलग लैंग्वेज में, चाइनीज की लैंग्वेज में. ये और उसके बाद वो टीचर चला गया. उसके असिस्टेंट्स वगैरह जो थे उन्होंने इसको, इन लोगों को ऊपर बुलाया और बताया कि कैसे फास्टिंग करना है, क्योंकि जैनिज्म में फास्टिंग होती है. तो इसको लगा ये इतना अट्रैक्टिव प्रोसेस नहीं लग रहा है, इतना स्पिरिचुअल नहीं लग रहा है, तो उसने छोड़ दिया. फिर थोड़े टाइम बुद्धिज्म को स्टडी किया, तो वो भी उसको ज़्यादा समझ नहीं आया. तो इन्होंने बुद्धिज्म का पढ़ा. चाइनीज की एक बुक होती है ताओ, वो पढ़ी. और फिर भगवत गीता पढ़ी. तो भगवत गीता भी वो समझ नहीं आया. प्रभुपाद का भगवत गीता नहीं पढ़ा, दूसरा. सोचा व्हाई कृष्णा एंड अर्जुना हैज टू फाइट दीस टू पीपल, एंड इफ समथिंग स्पिरिचुअल हैज टू हैपन आफ्टर हियरिंग द फिलॉसफी इज फाइटिंग, व्हाट इज द यूज. तो भी समझ नहीं आया उसको. ऐसा है. फिर एक क्रिश्चियन प्रीस्ट के पास ये गए. क्रिश्चियन प्रीस्ट का एक बार इंतजार कर रहे थे, तो क्रिश्चियन प्रीस्ट के पास गए. तो जो क्रिश्चियन प्रीस्ट है उसका वेट कर रहा था. वेट करने में 3 घंटा हो गया. तो उसको बड़ा गुस्सा आने लगा, यार मैं 3 घंटे से वेट कर रहा हूँ, प्रीस्ट अभी तक आए नहीं मेरे से मिलने. फिर वो प्रीस्ट आता है एंड द प्रीस्ट आस्क, हाउ कैन आई सर्व यू. आई एम सॉरी, आई वाज बिजी विद समथिंग. सो ही सेड ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम. ही सेड, कैन यू टेल मी व्हाट इज द एसेंशियल टीचिंग टोल्ड बाय जीसस. What is the essential thing? What is important for me in life? तो प्रीस्ट बोलता है इनसे, किसी some years back I met Mother Vivian. क्रिश्चियन में जो नर्सेज रहती है उनको मदर बोलते हैं. बोलते कुछ समय पहले मैं मदर विवियन से मिला था. तो he said what? So he said then Mother Vivian, when I met her, she looked into my eyes. And then Michael asked, then what she said? What is the essential teaching? And the priest said, she said nothing. And I understood that was enough. And then again the priest said, please, now I have to go for another meeting. I hope you don't mind. And then he went. So after having such kind of experiences, he was not very encouraged to understand. तो बुद्धिज्म में उसको कुछ समझ नहीं आया, जैनिज्म में समझ नहीं आया, जो क्रिस्ट ने भी पहेली की तरह बता दिया, उसको समझ नहीं आया. Like that. So that was the time he was living. And then he got married to one woman. पर वो woman के साथ मैरिज के बाद भी थोड़े टाइम बाद ही डाइवोर्स हो गया. Anyways, it was common thing in West. So he changed this place. And then where he came, he started living near Bauri. बावरी के पास. और वहीं उसके दूसरे फ्रेंड ने बताया कि अरे स्वामी, ओल्ड स्वामी फ्रॉम इंडिया, ही नोज द वेदास, ही हैज कम नियर बाय, ही स्टेज नियर बाय. और that's how he started connecting with Srila Prabhupada, and now he will visit Srila Prabhupada like that. So like that, Mukund Goswami Maharaj writes that how he met Srila Prabhupada that way. Then further thing happened. इसी तरह सत्स्वरूप महाराज अपने बुक में लिखते हैं, जब सत्स्वरूप महाराज थे तो सैन एंटोनियो, ये एक जगह है सैन एंटोनियो टेक्सास में. तो दिसंबर 1973 में, तो पहले क्या होता था, प्रभुपाद के टाइम तक जो मैक्सिमम प्रीचिंग होता था, बीटीजी को लोग डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करते थे और बस पार्टी मतलब ट्रैवलिंग बस पार्टी. So they would go, they would do Harinam Sankirtan, they would distribute books, they would preach to the people, go ahead. It was like that. Most of the places, the things were like that. तो सैन एंटोनियो में, टेक्सास में 1973 में सत्स्वरूप महाराज लिखते हैं. सत्स्वरूप महाराज जो थे वो बस पार्टी के लीडर थे. उसी बस में महाबोधि प्रभु, घनश्याम प्रभु, जो बाद में भक्ति तीर्थ स्वामी महाराज हुए, वो भी उसी बस पार्टी में थे. तो वो लोग रोज संकीर्तन करते थे, बीटीजी मैगजीन्स वगैरह ये सब करते थे. तो तभी एक टेलीग्राम आता है. तो टेलीग्राम में क्या था, कॉल लॉस एंजलिस करंदर. टेलीग्राम में शॉर्ट में लिखते हैं ना, ऐसा था, कॉल लॉस एंजलिस करंदर. तो सत्स्वरूप महाराज सोचते हैं कि बहुत कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट होगा, क्योंकि जो करंदर थे उस समय जोनल सेक्रेटरी थे पूरे वेस्ट यूएस के. तो उसको ही थिंक्स सत्स्वरूप महाराज देयर मस्ट बी सम एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी मैसेज लाइक दैट. तो ही इमीडिएटली कॉल्स Karandar, and then he says Prabhupada wants you to come here and be his permanent traveling secretary and servant. Karandar says, and Satswarup Maharaj was so excited. Actually, in Prabhupada time, this was the great desire of everyone. They wanted to serve Srila Prabhupada. And this movement was already started, and many places the centers have started. Initially, they could meet Prabhupada and they could see Srila Prabhupada, but after some time, Prabhupada was preaching with such a speed, it was very difficult to be with Srila Prabhupada personally, like that. So now this opportunity came to be the personal servant of Srila Prabhupada. Satswarup Maharaj was so excited, it was like a dream come true. Was Satswarup Maharaj. And then Karandar congratulated him and told, you are so fortunate, Prabhupada has chosen you. Prabhupada himself said. And then Mahabodhi Prabhu, Ghanshyam Prabhu, everybody started praising. Ghanshyam Prabhu said that you must be a very special soul. Prabhupada chose you to be with him. But Satswarup Maharaj was the leader of bus party. They thought, what will happen to our bus party? That way. So then Satswarup Maharaj thought for a while and he said, maybe I will request Hridayanand Maharaj. Hridayanand Maharaj was nearby. And Satswarup Maharaj has also taken sannyas at that time. So Hridayanand Maharaj 300 बार उन्होंने भगवत गीता पढ़ा है पूरा बैक टू बैक. मायापुर में जब लास्ट टाइम जीबीसी मीटिंग में कुछ हुआ था, then somebody asked ये क्वेश्चन, एक वो लिया था पोल, कितने लोगों ने कितनी बार प्रभुपाद के बुक्स पढ़े। ये तो वेदानंद महाराज इतनी बार पढ़ चुके। तो अब सत्स्वरूप महाराज तैयारी करने लगे, अभी अब वो सब छोड़ के ही वॉज रेडी टू बी विद श्रील प्रभुपाद, बिकॉज एवरीबडी इन इस्कॉन दे वर जस्ट सर्विंग टू प्लीज श्रील प्रभुपाद, देयर वाज नो अदर डिजायर। तो अब उन्होंने सोचा कि तो वंडरफुल अपॉर्चुनिटी, आई विल गो। तो प्रभुपाद जी के जो सर्वेंट थे करंदर प्रभु टोल्ड कि एक्चुअली जो प्रभुपाद के उस समय सर्वेंट थे शुद्ध कीर्ति प्रभु, सो ही डिसाइडेड टू गेट मैरिड। तो करंदर told that you can be now सत्स्वरूप महाराज going to be the servant। तो सत्स्वरूप महाराज शुद्ध कीर्ति प्रभु से मिले, बोला सारा डिटेल्स लेना पड़ेगा। शुद्ध कीर्ति प्रभु told him that I must be in Maya to give up being Prabhupada's servant in order to get married। शुद्ध कीर्ति प्रभु told him कि he told Prabhupada also, Prabhupada told don't worry, 6 months you can remain with your wife, 6 months you can travel with me। तो शुद्ध कीर्ति प्रभु से सारा डिटेल इन्होंने ले लिया। शुद्ध कीर्ति प्रभु ने सारा डिटेल बताया, प्रभुपाद को कब मेडिसिन देना है, कब प्रभुपाद जो ट्विग्स यूज करते थे टूथब्रश के लिए, और प्रभुपाद का एक कुकर था, अभी भी आप जाएंगे तो इसको वृंदावन में वो सब रखा हुआ है काफी सारा, 3 टायर कुकर था, उसमें एक साथ राइस दाल सब्जी एक साथ कुकिंग होता था। ब्रास का 3 लेवल कुकर था, सब बता दिया। तो शुद्ध कीर्ति प्रभु तो बहुत एक्सपर्ट थे, 1 घंटे में वो 6-7 डिशेस बना लेते थे, 1 घंटे से कम टाइम में। इनको कुकिंग आता नहीं था सत्स्वरूप महाराज को कुछ भी। तो सत्स्वरूप महाराज को शुद्ध कीर्ति प्रभु जी ने बोला बाकी सब ठीक है, कुकिंग थोड़ा ट्रिकी है, उसको थोड़ा सीखना पड़ेगा ये। और शुद्ध कीर्ति प्रभु ने बोला जब भी आप प्रभुपाद के रूम में जाते हैं, whenever you go to प्रभुपाद रूम, do as many things as possible। एक बार में जाके जितना बहुत सारा जो चीज है ज्यादा से ज्यादा करके आ जाना, ऐसा नहीं कि बार बार अंदर जा रहे हैं बाहर जा रहे हैं, लाइक दैट। शुद्ध कीर्ति प्रभु टोल्ड दैट इज हाउ आई वुड सर्व शील प्रभुपाद, बिकॉज आई थिंक व्हाई शील प्रभुपाद हैज टू सी अ हॉरिबल क्रिएचर लाइक मी। This was Shuddh Kirti Prabhu's mood. He was explaining the details. And he told that because we have personal servant means we have to serve Srila Prabhupada, not disturb Srila Prabhupada. So I have come closer, not for my spiritual science gratification, but for service. So everything, Shuddh Kirti Prabhu ने सब केटी कर दिया, नॉलेज ट्रांसफर कर दिया इनको ये। तो अब आ गए 15-20 दिन में ये सब वाइंड अप करके सत्स्वरूप महाराज आ गए। ये बहुत एक्साइटेड थे क्योंकि इससे पहले भी सत्स्वरूप महाराज ब्रह्मचारी के ग्रुप को प्रभुपाद से मिलने लेके आए थे, बट नाउ ही इज गोइंग टू बी द कांस्टेंट कंपेनियन ऑफ श्रील प्रभुपाद। एंड ही वाज इमेजिनिंग, थिंकिंग हाउ श्रील प्रभुपाद वुड मीट मी, हाउ ही वुड स्माइल, हाउ प्रभुपाद विल डिक्टेट श्रीमद् भागवतम, आई वुड हियर how Prabhupada would greet me, I would cook for Srila Prabhupada, I would serve Srila Prabhupada, I would massage Srila Prabhupada. So Satswarup Maharaj is thinking like that, and he writes that whatever is the situation, I would worship him in every circumstance, because he was already established in my heart as the Lord and Master of all my activities, as my eternal spiritual master. So this was the mood of everyone in Srila Prabhupada times. They were ready to do anything for Srila Prabhupada's pleasure. It was like that. And Satswarup Maharaj was finally came. तो शुद्ध कीर्ति प्रभु मसाज कर रहे थे प्रभुपाद को, प्रभुपाद मसाज लेते थे। तो सत्स्वरूप महाराज came. तो Srila Prabhupada asked him, would you like to massage? तो सत्स्वरूप महाराज said, yeah, I'm learning. So Prabhupada commented, it's like learning to swim from land. And then Prabhupada laughed. But that was the day Shuddh Kirti Prabhu was taking off. And next day, Satswarup Maharaj began the services. And अगर आप लोगों ने किसी सन्यासी वगैरह का मसाज किया, मसाज में बहुत एनर्जी जाता है, और अगर स्पेशली अगर आपका एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है तो नेक्स्ट डे ही स्टार्टेड मसाजिंग. So when he massaged, and Prabhupada said harder, and then again he tried, and Prabhupada said harder. And that was the first time he was massaging Srila Prabhupada. 40 minutes ho gaya, and then he is sweating. Satswarup Maharaj, the first experience of massaging Srila Prabhupada. But then gradually picked up. Westerners are still stronger like that. When you massage someone, you will realize it takes a lot of energy that way. So then he started cooking. तो कुकिंग का कैसा रहता था, सब्जी राइस दाल सब एक ही कुकर में सेम टाइम पे. तो कैसा है कि सिस्टम कैसा था प्रभुपाद का कि ऐसा शेड्यूल रहता था कि आपको तीनों एक कुकर में रखना है और उसका ऑन करना है, गैस फ्लेम ऑन करके जाना है प्रभुपाद को मसाज करने. जस्ट बिफोर गोइंग टू मसाज यू शुड पुट इट इन द कुकर, एंड बाय द टाइम यू फिनिश मसाज एंड कम बैक ऑल इज सपोज टू बी परफेक्टली कुक्ड. ऐसा ये. तो इनको कुकिंग आता नहीं था, तो शुरू में प्रभुपाद जी ने कुछ दिन पर्सनली डेमोन्स्ट्रेट किया कैसे कुकिंग करना है, कैसे छोक मारना है, कैसे. प्रभुपाद जी ने एक्चुअली सबको सिखाया. वी फाइंड लेटर यमुना माता जी गॉट द बेस्ट कुक बुक, बट यमुना माता जी को पर्सनली प्रभुपाद ने कुकिंग सिखाया कि कैसे कुकिंग करना है, कैसे चपाती को रोल करना है, कैसे चपाती फूलता है, एवरीथिंग. तो प्रभुपाद ने उनको सुनाया कैसे स्पाइस डालना है, कैसे इंस्टेंट स्वीट राइस बनाना है, इस तरीके से. तो ये बनाने लगे उस तरीके से राइस दाल कुकिंग एक डब्बे में. प्रभुपाद को मसाज करने के पहले उसको डालना होता था, और जैसे ही मसाज करके लौटे तब तक ऑलमोस्ट सब कुक होना चाहिए ये. और मसाज के बाद प्रभुपाद वुड टेक बाथ, ही वुड ड्रेस हिमसेल्फ, ही वुड डू गायत्री, एंड गायत्री के बाद प्रभुपाद वुड रिंग अ बेल. और बेल बजी मतलब प्रसाद की घंटी जैसे बजती थी, तो बेल बजी मतलब प्रसादम लाना है. इट वाज एज लाइक दैट. सो वो इतना फ्रेंटिक हो जाता था पहले. तुरंत तीनों, अगर आप लोगों ने कुकिंग किया, तीनों चीज डालो, एंड यू आर कुकिंग फॉर अ प्योर डिवोटी, यू जस्ट कांट डू इट लाइक एनी वे यू डू इट. So when you are specially cooking for, personally cooking for someone, serving it's very delicate. Some experiences we had in serving. So he would be a lot of anxiety. अब दाल डालो, राइस डालो, सब्जी डालो, सब रखो, फिर प्रभुपाद का मसाज करो, फिर दौड़ के आते थे वो देखने की सब कुक हुआ कि नहीं, और 10-15 मिनट का गैप रहता था. प्रभुपाद उसने में फिर उसको ऑफर करना है. प्रभुपाद वुड टेक बाथ एंड देन ही वुड रिंग द बेल. So it was like a lot of anxiety, and he would keep running. Many times he was breathing heavily. ऐसा है. और प्रभुपाद को कभी सर्व किया तो कोई चपाती वो फ्लैट है, वो फुली नहीं, and Prabhupada would say it's flat, so he would run again and he would cook another chapati like that, which is fluffy, and then he would serve. So like that he was doing that way, and gradually he was learning also. अब कभी प्रसाद अच्छा नहीं बना तो Prabhupada would tell कि this is not properly cooked, because Prabhupada was an expert cook. So he would tell this is not properly cooked. Sometimes Prabhupada would like, so he would also appreciate. So he said Satswarup Maharaj seeing Prabhupada honoring Prasadam was very important thing. He would keep seeing how is Prabhupada pleased or not with the Prasadam which I had made. And sometime he says that Krishna saved. One time he made cooking, because in cooking, even though you are expert cook, every time the preparation doesn't come well, even though you are expert, because it's Radharani's department. She only can make it perfect all the time. So one time he was serving Srila Prabhupada, preparation didn't came well. तो अच्छे से कुकिंग हुआ नहीं, तो he was very, but he cannot again cook. Anyways, he thought let me serve. पर उसी समय क्या होगा, शुद्ध कीर्ति प्रभु की जो वाइफ है वो समोसे लेके आ गई. तो वो समोसे लेके आ गई, तो what happened? Prabhupada ate samosas and he told that saved the day for me. And another time again he was cooking, but chapatis were not very good. But then again one more devotee was there. He came and he cooked chapatis, so he brought extra chapatis. So that's how he was shaved sometime. तो प्रभुपाद जी के कुकिंग के बाद क्या होता था, कुकिंग करना है, सर्विंग करना है, सर्विंग के बाद प्रभुपाद जी के जो सिल्वर डिशेस रहते थे उसको धोना है, ऐसा है. तो बहुत हेक्टिक हो जाता था स्वरूप महाराज को ये सब। एक्चुअली और भी बहुत सारे लोग थे, बट ही वॉज डूइंग एवरीथिंग हिमसेल्फ, बिकॉज प्रॉपर सर्विस के लिए देयर वर डिवोटीज हु वर रेडी टू असिस्ट, बट ही वॉज डूइंग हिमसेल्फ एवरीथिंग। तो जनरली प्रभुपाद वुड असाइन दीज टू ड्यूटी, सेक्रेटरी और सर्वेंट अलग अलग रहते थे। सेक्रेटरी का काम क्या है, शेड्यूल बनाना है, नया क्या होगा उसको चेक करना है, प्रभुपाद के अभी प्रोग्राम्स क्या होंगे दिन भर में वो सब चेक करना है। और सर्वेंट मतलब प्रभुपाद को मसाज देना, उसके बाद प्रसादम देना, प्रभुपाद के जो बेसिक नीड्स है, मेडिसिन। अब लेकिन सत्स्वरूप महाराज के केस में क्या हो गया, ही वॉज सेक्रेटरी, ही वॉज ऑल्सो पर्सनल सर्वेंट, he was also dictating whatever letters Prabhupada would dictate, he would type. He was also editing the English manuscript of Bhagavatam. He was also editor in that also. He was also GVC secretary of the temple in Midwest and chief editor of VTG. तो बैक टू गॉड एंड मैगजीन के भी चीफ एडिटर यही थे। तो इतना सारा सर्विसेज। So we can just imagine what was the service attitude of those devotees. Now we see one thing can also be very overwhelming. How much they wanted to serve Srila Prabhupada. How much there was a desire. हाँ, तो अगर आपने किसी को पर्सनली सर्व किया है, एक व्यक्ति को आप पर्सनली सर्व करते हो, आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते उसके अलावा। इतना एनर्जी लगता है, मतलब पर्सनल सर्वेंट का जो सेवा रहता है, इतना एनर्जी लगता है। मतलब we have little bit we have tried to serve and some opportunities Krishna gave in life. इतना पैक शेड्यूल हो जाता है, एक व्यक्ति को पर्सनल सर्व करोगे तो ये पर्सनली सर्वेंट भी थे, प्रभुपाद जी का शेड्यूल भी देते थे, सेक्रेटरी थे और जीवीसी भी थे उस समय मिड वेस्ट के, और बैक टू गॉड एंड मैगजीन के एडिटर भी थे, ऐसा। तो ऑफ कोर्स इट वाज टू मच बियॉन्ड द प्लेट, बट आई एम टेलिंग द डिजायर, the desire, we should have such kind of desire to serve like that, and that is why Krishna actually empowered these personalities. He has written Prabhupada Leelamrit, what kind of masterpiece it is about Prabhupada's life. तो प्रभुपाद ने देखा कि बहुत इधर उधर भाग रहा है, वो बहुत पैक है इसका शेड्यूल, तो प्रभुपाद जी ने देखा, और अब कोई व्यक्ति इतना पैक है तो मिस्टेक्स भी हो गई उससे ज्यादा, तो कभी इनका कपड़ा जल गया, कभी कुछ इधर छूट गया, तो ये सब, कभी जलता हुआ प्रेस है किसी पे रख गया, इतना सारा चीज करना है ना, खुद ही कर रहे थे। और प्रभुपाद जी ने बोल के रखा था, प्रभुपाद जी ने बोला था एकादशी पे मुझे मेडिसिन मत देना, एकादशी को मेडिसिन नहीं लेते थे। तो एक दिन एकादशी था, वो मेडिसिन लेके आ गए, तो ऑलरेडी बैकग्राउंड था, ऑलरेडी पिछले हफ्ते में ऑलरेडी 5-6-7 मिस्टेक कर चुके थे, और अब एकादशी वाला दिन था, मेडिसिन लेके आ गए प्रभुपाद जी के लिए। तो प्रभुपाद जी टोल्ड, श्रील प्रभुपाद टोल्ड हिम कि एक बार न्यूटन जो था, हाँ, तो न्यूटन ने अपने घर में अपने दरवाजे में 2 होल बनाए थे, एक छोटा एक बड़ा होल, क्योंकि उसके वहां पे 2 बिल्लियां थी। तो उसका एक फ्रेंड आया, उसने बोला ये क्या है, ये 2 होल क्यों बनाए हैं? न्यूटन ने बोला क्योंकि यहाँ पे ना 2 बिल्लियां हैं मेरे पास, एक छोटी और एक बड़ी, तो उसके लिए मैंने 2 होल बनाए, एक छोटा होल एक बड़ा होल। तो उसने बोला न्यूटन से कि अरे, तो 2 की जरूरत क्या है, एक ही बड़े होल से दोनों निकल जाएंगी ना। तो न्यूटन ने बोला नहीं, एक छोटी है एक बड़ी है, इसलिए एक छोटा होल एक बड़ा होल। तो when Prabhupada said this, तो सत्स्वरूप महाराज understood कि Prabhupada is pointing that how I am absent-minded and I am not doing things. ये प्रभुपाद ने इस पे हमें करेक्ट किया, I am absent-minded, I am not doing things properly, like that. And then Prabhupada laughed, and Prabhupada said he was Sir Isaac Newton. And so that's how Prabhupada, Satswarup Maharaj writes that Prabhupada was pointing that I am the chief editor of BTG, and I am also GBC of Midwest, and I am secretary also, and such kind of mistakes I am doing, like that. But he said it is good. Prabhupada ने चेस्टाइज भी किया, तो एटलीस्ट बड़े आदमी का नाम लेके चेस्टाइज किया, न्यूटन बहुत इंटेलिजेंट था, छोटी मोटी मिस्टेक हो गई उससे। फिर क्या हुआ, प्रभुपाद जी मॉर्निंग वॉक में जाते थे वेनिस बीच पे, तो एक बार जब बीच में जा रहे थे, तो ये सत्स्वरूप महाराज ने अपना बीड बैग कार पे छोड़ दिया, बीड बैग इनका कार में छूट गया। तो जब आने लगे प्रभुपाद के साथ, ही थॉट समथिंग इज मिसिंग, देन ही रियलाइज वो बीड बैग आई डोंट हैव। देन ही रैन बैक टू द कार, बट द कार वाज लॉक्ड। जो ड्राइवर था वो लॉक करके चला गया। तो फिर वापस आए, तो प्रभुपाद ने पूछा व्हाट हैपेंड। तो he said, I left my feed bag in the car. And Prabhupada said, Sir, Isaac Newton. To him, Prabhupada again commented. And then Prabhupada left. So then Satswarup Maharaj realized that I was making the mistake. Actually, other devotees were ready to assist. I should have taken their help. But I was trying to do everything myself. So I became disturbed, and I was disturbing Srila Prabhupada also. Like that. So it's a very important lesson that at the end of the day, we have to see that service is being rendered. Some things I have to do it myself, and some things I have to take help of someone, but at the end of the day, service is to be rendered. So then he understood this thing. This is a very important lesson Prabhupada wants to give me. Then again, तो अभी तक प्रभुपाद से माइल्ड चेस्टाइजमेंट मिल रहा था उनको बीच बीच में। अब लेकिन एक बार उन्होंने मिस्टेक कर दिया, then he got a very severe chastisement. So he wrote one letter. Yeah. तो प्रभुपाद called him. तो प्रभुपाद ने बोला, one week back you have sent a letter to Gurudas. Satswarup Maharaj said yes. So Prabhupada said, did you enclose the copy of my previous letter in that? So he said no. So Prabhupada said, how can you do this? Because you are writing in the letter what Prabhupada was dictating. Prabhupada told in the letter that Prabhupada told some instructions, and he told कि I am enclosing the copy of previous letter. ये राइट किसने किया? सत्स्वरूप महाराज ने, पर उन्होंने वो लेटर एनक्लोज नहीं किया. Prabhupada said, it makes no sense, you are so childish. You are writing that I am enclosing the copy, but you are not enclosing the copy. So Satswarup Maharaj, so he became little defensive, Satswarup Maharaj. And he said, actually nobody gave me the letter, previous letter, will like that. Prabhupada was not happy with this kind of response. Yeah. So then he went back. And then Satswarup Maharaj was thinking that Prabhupada is asking me a little more. Prabhupada was asking something more from me. But it was hard to bear because Prabhupada was not pleased. And 3-4 times Prabhupada commented, it's so childish. So he felt hurt. Because when we are trying to please someone and he is displeased like that. And here he is living to worship Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada was his life. So when Prabhupada was displeased, he was very difficult. At the same time, his ego was not accepting. It was hard to admit that he was wrong, like that. So, 2-3 बार इस पे conversation हुआ. Prabhupada again and again asked, how can you forget? How can you forget? It is so childish. So finally he said, how can you do it? Finally he said, Prabhupada, I forgot. It was my mistake. Prabhupada was not satisfied with this also. And then the Satswarup Maharaj write that my eyes began to water. The tears started coming on Satswarup Maharaj's eyes like that. And he said, still Prabhupada was angry. Prabhupada transcendental anger did not came down. And then again Prabhupada, why did you do it? And then he said, Prabhupada, maybe I did not take the duty towards you what you have given me. I did not take the service seriously. I did not take the relationship with you seriously. Like that. And still Srila Prabhupada didn't told anything, but he was not very satisfied fully. He did not spoke after that, Prabhupada. And then Gurudas, then Satswarup Maharaj thought, I should write now I will write another letter, and in that I will enclose Prabhupada's previous letter, and I will now carry on. So Satswarup Maharaj writes lesson from this story. So he said that it is very important when we are serving the spiritual master, when we are being given any service, we should not take any service lightly, and we should attend to all details with gravity, because it was such a special service to serve Srila Prabhupada. Like that, we should not take it lightly. We all also have the opportunity to assist in the mission of Srila Prabhupada. We should not take it lightly, and we should attend to all details with gravity. Second thing, Satswarup Maharaj writes that I cannot play games with Srila Prabhupada and Krishna because they know what I was doing. So he realized that I cannot cheat Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada knows, like Krishna knows, spiritual master knows. We cannot cheat them. And third, and the most important lesson, he writes that Satswarup Maharaj writes, I had also learned through the suffering of reprimand that whenever I made a mistake, I should neither defend myself nor uselessly lament, but find a practical means of correction. This is the third very important thing. कई बार क्या हो जाता है, कुछ गलती हो जाता है, तो पहले तो व्यक्ति स्वीकार ही नहीं करता है गलती, वो एक होता है, वो उसके रीजन देता है, और ऐसा हो गया, वैसा हो गया, इस कारण ऐसा हो गया. This is called a defense. So this makes the person more angry. And another thing is, person laments, but that also does not satisfy. Whenever mistake happen, we should see what is the practical means of correction. Like many times we have dealt with Adishyam. Like Adishyam doesn't like. You say sorry, thank you, he doesn't like. Do something practical. That's fine, you do something practical. So this is the very important lesson he writes. We should find a practical means of correction that way. So we find that Prabhupada disciples have so much of anticipation for serving Srila Prabhupada. And they were ready to do everything. Like everything is fair in love and war. They were practically in love with Srila Prabhupada. Like that. And that is how they learned, how Satswarup Maharaj learned cooking. That's how Radhanath Maharaj serving in New Vrindavan. And he was the only person, he was the only pujari. He would do 6 dressing and he would do 6 offering. And there was one cook. And one day the cook became frustrated. And cook said, I am going now. Radhanath Maharaj said, who will cook? You are going. So he said, I don't know that. So he said, you teach me. So that cook said, okay, in 1 hour, I will teach you whatever is there. So in 1 hour, he taught cooking. And Radhanath Maharaj was, then after that 1 hour, he has to cook 6 offerings. That's how he learned cooking. And we find that how Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada told him, you go and preach, make disciples. And he came to Bengal, he didn't know Bengali, he learns Bengali. Like that. So whatever it takes to serve Srila Prabhupada, spiritual master, that's how they were ready to do. So it was very amazing. So then Prabhupada's servant, they were very much, so like that Satswarup Maharaj was doing service of Srila Prabhupada. And after this, Prabhupada never commented on this incident. Prabhupada was not angry with Satswarup Maharaj. He was angry at the mistake. That way. And everybody would appreciate the good fortune of Satswarup Maharaj. Oh, Prabhupada has personally chosen you. Now you are the servant of Srila Prabhupada. Like Govinda was serving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, devotees in their transcendental words. And Satswarup Maharaj also felt that I want to eternally serve Srila Prabhupada. There is no other desire for him. He was a GBC, he was a chief editor, but all other upadhis was secondary for him. It was a real thrill for him that Srila Prabhupada allowed him to be with him, be close to him. So alternate day, Prabhupada would go to morning walk in the Venice beach, and there was a golf course. So Prabhupada would go in morning walk with Sarup Damodar Maharaj. He was a scientist disciple. He was known as scientist disciple of Srila Prabhupada. So he will take the role of scientist and he would challenge scriptures, and Prabhupada would answer and smash like that. And similarly, one time one theologian, so he would explain different theologies, sciences. Prabhupada would challenge. So, and Satswarup Maharaj would go hardy. Sometimes he would ask questions. So one time Prabhupada was going, and as soon as then Prabhupada was telling that Krishna is like a sun. And immediately the sun came in the horizon, morning walk, no? The sun appeared. And Prabhupada said, see, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, sun and moon are my eyes. So Krishna says he's sun eyes. Unless Krishna sees, we cannot see. Like that. Unless sun comes, you cannot see. And what does the atheist say? Prabhupada asked like that. So Satsvarup Maharaj thought that I should reply. Prabhupada wanting somebody should reply. So he said, Prabhupada, they don't believe it is sun. Sun is Krishna's eye because they cannot see the person whose eye sun is. Sun is Krishna's eye, but they cannot see the Krishna, whose eye it is. So Prabhupada told, have you seen the cat in night? The black cat in the night? Prabhupada said, what you are able to see? You are only able to see the eyes. And then Prabhupada said, that is how everything, you can see Krishna in everything. Like that. And then Satsvarup Maharaj said, but they don't like to surrender and learn like this. Prabhupada said, but that is the process in any field. You want to learn, you should accept authority and surrender. Like that. So like that, it was happening. And then Prabhupada came back in the car. So when Prabhupada came in the car, so Satsvarup Maharaj asked him, Prabhupada, can we go back to Godhead in this life? There's a famous question in ISKCON. Every devotee asks. So he asked directly to Srila Prabhupada, can we go back to Godhead in this life? And Prabhupada turned and glanced. And Prabhupada has a cane in his hand. And Prabhupada hit it on the ground. Prabhupada said, yes, why not? So Satsvarup Maharaj writes that everything about Srila Prabhupada was purely Krishna conscious, especially when Prabhupada spoke. And this was one of the great things, directly getting answers from perfect question, perfect answers. And then after speaking like this, Prabhupada said, yes, why not? And then Prabhupada said, but one has to be free from material desires. Krishna consciousness means no material desires. So Satsvarup Maharaj said, because Satsvarup Maharaj himself was sannyasi and a big preacher. He said, anyone would ask me, can we go back to Godhead? I would say, yes, we can go. And then he would ask, can I go back to Godhead? That is the second question he would ask in this life. So Prabhupada caught the problem. So Prabhupada understood the real question is not that whether I go or you go. The point Prabhupada made is, if anyone takes to Krishna consciousness, he can go back to Godhead. He can go back to Godhead. Prabhupada says anyone practicing, and practicing Krishna consciousness means eventually you will have no material desires. That is the point. So Prabhupada said, Krishna, it is not that if we are preaching about Krishna consciousness, so it's not that we are exporting them by courier back to Godhead as a preacher. And preacher remains here and they go back to Godhead. Prabhupada laughing and explaining that. Prabhupada said, because just like a student, they are very expert in selling books, but they are not reading books, my books. So Prabhupada said that is not very good. So we should read also. So like that, Satsvarup Maharaj has many interactions and he would ask many questions. So Satsvarup Maharaj writes, among the various services of Srila Prabhupada, तो इतना थके रहते थे वो, तो जब भागवतम क्लास होती थी तो उसमें सो जाते थे ज्यादातर, उसमें इतना अटेंटिवली नहीं सुन पाते थे. लेकिन जब मॉर्निंग वॉक होता था और जब पर्सनल क्वेश्चन आंसर को पूछते थे तब, so he writes that opportunity to inquire from Srila Prabhupada have the most lasting and significant effect. So how we associate, especially after coming in Krishna consciousness, becoming devotees, how we associate with each other is very important. Because, okay, we may not be as pure as Srila Prabhupada and these transcendental exchanges, but as devotee, all of us have read so much, heard so much, and we know about Krishna so much, at least in parampara. But how we associate with each other depends on what benefit we'll get from the association. If we will have only material discussion, then the other person will also share material discussion. If we have some Krishna conscious discussion, we'll be able to take benefit of the association. Like that. So, thank you very much for your time. We will continue next Saturday. Srila Prabhupada ki.